Hey, what's up, you little freaks? How's it going? I am finally doing the 7th part for the 7 deadly sins. Oh yes, we are doing envy. I was waiting for my green contacts to ship because I was gonna do some green things on my face, but they never shipped, so we are going to do something different. I mean, I'm gonna do something different and you can watch and enjoy. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Let's get right into it. But before we get started, today's shout out is going to Savannah Pierce. Go ahead and follow this little freak, you guys. And oh my gosh, I am starting by doing my foundation. I'm just using some cheap foundation from Target and setting it with some powder from Target as well. Yes, I am very broke. We don't talk about that. And now I am taking some white water-activated paint. Now it's more gray than anything, but still, I am sketching out a snake on my face. Yes, we are doing a snake. And I'm just using white to block out the color. That way it makes putting the rest of the color on top of it much easier. And yes, now I'm going with some green water-activated paint, and I'm mixing it with the white to make it lighter, because that's how colors work. And I'm starting to sketch out the little stripes on the snake. Look at that. I can't talk even when I do a voiceover. What a surprise. And yes, I am still doing all the little stripes. Look at that. I said it right this time. I tried my best to make it look 3D by adding some shading, but I'm really not the best painter. But yeah, just blocking out all the colors and making it look the best I can. And after that, I decided to eat some Nutella with a spoon because I am technically an adult and I can technically do that without anyone stopping me, and that leads to some very bad choices that I make. After that little snack break, I went right back to painting. I mixed some white with some black to make gray. Look at that. I know how to mix colors. Ooh. And I did more shading on the white parts, keeping it similar to the green shading that I did. Oh my god, I am so great at voiceovers. You guys just know exactly what I'm doing. And I went in with some darker gray and black to outline the part where I shaded it on. See? Makes sense. I'm sorry I'm only showing you one side. It's really hard to position my camera in a good way. But yeah, I'm basically doing the same thing for all of the little snake pieces. And then it was time for me to add some shading. I just kind of took some brown eyeshadow and shaded around the snake. In some places I did super close to the drawing, and some places I did it further away to make it look like it's coming off my skin, I guess. You know? Art stuff. And then I remembered that a while ago I got some creepy transfer tattoos and there was an eye, so I decided to give myself a third eye. These transfer tattoos work the same way any other transfer tattoos do. You just stick them onto your skin, dab them with some water, and they just come off. But I was a little bit silly to think that it was that easy, because of course I mess up almost everything that I do, and the tattoo was not sticking. And the reason for that being is that I had too much makeup powder on my forehead, so it was sticking to the powder, not my skin. So I took some of that off and then it stuck. But little did I know, not all of it stuck. Some of it ended up coming off. It wasn't too big of a problem though. I just ended up covering all the edges with some foundation and, you know, bringing more color into the eye itself by painting over all of the colorful parts with green and adding some highlights with white. And then I took some brown eyeshadow and I shaded around the eye to make it blend into my skin even better. And yeah, basically I just kept switching between some white paint and some brown eyeshadow to make it look as natural as I possibly can. And then I used some brown eyeshadow to give the same effect to my actual eyes to make them all match, you know? All 3 of my eyes. And then I used some red to make little veins going away from all of my eyes and mouth as well. And then I realized that that wasn't enough, so I decided to add another little snake part to my neck. And I did the same little design as I did on my face with the green lines and some of the shading. And at this point, I was really tired and ready to go to bed, so I really didn't try. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm human. Oh well. But yeah, I decided to do this effect of the snake strangling me, so I blocked out my neck and added more green to make it look like it's wrapping around my new neck. You know, does that make sense? But yeah, I just basically am making my neck smaller by shading it with black. And then I used some brown eyeshadow to make little lines going away from the snake to, you know, give it that strangling effect. I've never done this effect before, but I think it looked pretty good for my first time doing this, but I'll definitely try to do something like that again in the future. But yeah, that was the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever, your choice. But yeah, have an amazing day.